Hey, turn off your phone. Just let you know.
Good evening. This is the Tuesday, April 8th regular meeting, Lorain County Commissioners. Please stand for the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Commissioner Riddell.
Here.
Commissioner Moore.
Here.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Here.
We have a quorum. Under resolutions, number 1, investments.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Number 2, appropriations.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Number 3, transfers.
Move to approve.
I'll second that.
Discussion.
And we have Casey with us. Casey, could you address line item 3, the transfer?
Certainly. Yeah, so this is, as you guys are aware, the jail operations are supported by 4% sales tax. And then, unfortunately, that 4% sales tax is not enough to fully cover operations out at the jail. So the onus falls back on the general fund statutorily to essentially support the jail in that shortfall from the sales tax. So this $1.5 million you see here today is a part of that. The commissioners are using the general fund to, I guess, pick up that slack from the sales tax for the operations out there at the jail.
And my understanding is, by math, is that this is like almost like a quarterly event.
Yeah, they're approximately, yeah. My team, Mike specifically, watches the jail fund, watches their cash balance to see how they're trending, see how it's really an issue of timing of when the sales tax hits versus when maybe hospitalization hits or the payrolls hit. So it's really a timing issue, but that's as a rough estimate, yeah, approximately quarterly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just for the record, you're looking at the jail costs. I think we've been working on that now for some time. It's about 19 million plus.
At 19
And
and
the
20,
sales
yeah.
tax gets us about 13.6 million.
That's correct, yeah.
So the general fund picks up the slack there.
This goes to show you a 0.25% sales tax back in those days was enough, and today it's not.
To be continued in May.
To be continued in May. Okay, Teresa?
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Number 4, advances, repayments.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Number 5, requisitions.
It's page 1. And Victor, can we have page 2? Okay. Move to approve requisitions, pages 1 and 2.
Second for discussion.
Discussion.
Yeah,
Commissioner?
yeah, item number 825. This is probably the second or third time, Mr. County Administrator. I don't know, we've been trying to get the details in regards to this purchase. And as my understanding, the auditor has not provided us with the request. I think it was a simple request, wasn't it?
Our request was to get the information with regards to the Buick Envision as to what options were on it, and I was asking Karen, actually Karen and I asked for the sticker coming off the window so that we could do a complete analysis with Enterprise, but unfortunately we did not receive that. And it was a 2024 Envision, so it's not like we would be buying a 2024 car here at the county. We'd be leasing 2025s, and actually we'd probably be looking at 2026s as they're coming out. Enterprise buys millions of cars a year, and in the analysis that they gave us back, they couldn't complete it based on they just didn't have the information on the 2024 Envision Buick, and that wasn't what their recommendation was. Their recommendation is you get more gas mileage with the vehicles that we're getting, but that's the only analysis that was, and I think it was the Chevy Equinox. It was the Equinox, and it just blew the Buick Envision right out of the water, but that's not what we have in front of us today. Since we don't have the information and this is going on and languishing, I leave it up to the county commissioners to decide what they want to do with the
Can we
Buick
go
Envision.
back to the original?
It is coming from a special fund. It's not coming from the general fund.
Can you look at the, Victor, can you put it back up there? Can you go to page 2? Yeah, if you take a look, the sheriff also has a car purchase that he's doing, item number 855, but he's receiving a federal grant in regards to that purchase.
That's
Yes.
a cargo van.
That's a cargo van, and I don't think that would qualify under our lease program.
Well, Commissioner, I believe that may be the vehicle that sheriff asked me to see if we had any unused transit vehicles that were handicap accessible for them to transport. And we did check our stock, and we did not have anything that we were not using that would fit his needs.
To add to the sheriff is in our office and his staff most recently, and to our pleasing thoughts they were just amazed and happy with the Enterprise process. The chief deputy couldn't have anything bad to say about it in any way whatsoever. She said, this is a great program for the county, and that's through Enterprise, because we did not do that in North Ridgeville. We started out with the cars, but actually we've done that here at the Sheriff's Department, and they're very pleased with the process of how Enterprise and their working relationship. We don't even work with Enterprise on that that cars and all the vehicles they've got out there. They work directly with Enterprise, and that's how it should work. When you have an office rather than a department, the office should work directly with Enterprise, not through the commissioner's office.
I think it's worth noting that this has nothing to do with the local dealership or anything. This is strictly, we always support local businesses and enterprises, excuse the pun. But but we did a lot of deliberation on the cost of the vehicles and the lack of maintenance that we were doing to fleet vehicles, therefore affecting the safety of the people using the vehicles. And by far the lowest cost, when you look at all of the costs, the lowest cost was the lease and turnover. And at the time we commended administration for solving a number of problems. First of all, getting things done that we weren't doing well, and number two, lowering our cost. We couldn't make an analysis on this vehicle because the information was provided for us. They didn't use any number to tell us what they anticipated for maintenance. The fuel economy was not taken into account, and all of those kinds of things. So, there's more to, which car is a better value than just the sticker. And so at the end of the day, because this is coming from a special revenue fund, I will be supporting the paying of this. But as we go through the budget process going forward, if we've got extra money to be spending on vehicles, we should be taking a look at the general fund part of the budget, because maybe the department doesn't need all the money we're currently providing.
And I have a point on this too. I actually run a small fleet myself, and I came back with some questions, and not one of them was answered. So I'm very disappointed in that. We were not comparing apples to apples when it came to the vehicle either. We got, basically like a grape and an apple. I mean, it's not, it wasn't even close to a comparison. The rates were also accelerated from what I saw. So it's very disappointing when we have all these budget concerns right now that that departments in this county would not be fiscally responsible with taxpayer money. And I look at it as a situation that should have been addressed seriously.
And I feel very confident in the process that we do, because most of what we do at the commissioner level is budget and fiscal responsibility. Not every department has the time or the ability to focus on it the way we do. And it's always been our hope the last couple of years that if we come up with something to do that makes sense for us, we also evaluate it for other departments. And our goal is to hope that they will support it for the overall good of the county. But one of the expenses that's not factored into this is when every department goes off and does whatever it is they want to do, and there's no commonality to it, and there's no analysis, and nobody could buy one vehicle and do it more economically than the arrangement we have with Enterprise on dozens of vehicles. So I'm disappointed in the process. I'm disappointed in the lack of support from the other elected. But we're in the interest of our control. It doesn't come out of our money that we manage, but we do send money to that department to support their efforts. And if they've got excess money that they can be spending, then that tells us there's probably someplace we can save some money.
Well, it'll be interesting this budget season. Just doesn't look like it. It doesn't look good when everybody gets their property tax bill and the auditor goes out and buys a new car instead of participating in a program that we spend a lot of time on. Now, granted, the argument is, well, this is a different account. It doesn't come out of our general fund, which I agree. And if that's the case, that an elected official can spend his money as he sees fit, then why bring it before us? Because we're the budget authority. That's why.
We're supposed to do the job we're
Yep.
trying to do.
Yep. So
Pretty
this is, I take it, okay, I tell you what, I was really not gonna support this, but I have a feeling I'm gonna probably,
That's why we're gonna take a
we're
vote.
gonna have a vote, and I think the reason why it's the last time I'm gonna do something like this. If the auditor refuses to cooperate with this department, good luck in the future. But this is the last time I'm gonna do this. Thank you.
Okay. Anything further? Commissioner Riddell,
Aye.
Commissioner Moore,
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
No.
Number 6, travel.
I think we have 2 pages here.
Yes. Second page, Victor.
Move to approve pages 1 and 2.
I'll second it.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore,
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher,
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Number 7, bills.
How many pages we got there? 3.
Page 1 is the general fund. Page 2 starts special revenue funds. And page 3.
Move to approve pages 1, 2, and 3.
And I will second that.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore,
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher,
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Number 8, county commissioners may recess an executive session to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official, along with any other matters as specifically identified by motion in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 121.22 G1 through 8, unless expressly stated otherwise.
We will be going into executive session,
Okay,
and we will hold the personnel summary sheet till we return.
okay. Is there anything, public comment on agenda items, or was that the
No,
end?
ma'am.
Okay.
We do have one for the end of the agenda.
C, old business? No. D, board business. Number 9, approve and waive the reading of the county commissioners meeting minutes of March 28, 2025 and April 1st, 2025.
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Number 10, approve and enter a lease agreement between the Commissioners and Congressman Robert Latta for 1,477 square feet of furnished office space at 226 Middle Avenue, 5th floor, Elyria, Ohio. Lease agreement is effective for a 21-month period, commencing retroactive to January 3rd of 2025 and ending January 2nd of 2027, for a total annual rental amount of $19,200.96, which is payable monthly at an amount of $1,600.08.
So moved.
I'll second it.
Discussion.
Yes, just draw attention to those that are following the meeting. This is space that we rent in this building to Congressman Latta. Happy to do so. Makes it easier for Lorain County residents to address their congressman, and we're glad that he's here. Hope that when folks have a need, they take advantage of it.
Anything further? Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Dell?
Aye.
Number 11, receive and journalize proposed expedited 2 annexation of approximately 9.7093 acres in the townships of Carlisle at 0.467 acres in the right-of-way at Chestnut Ridge Road and 6.2184 in original Carlisle Township Section 5, and for Eden Township, 2.1484 acres in Lot 91 and 1.3425 in Lot 92 to the city of Elyria. Attorney John Clark is agent for petitioner Chestnut Ridge Baptist Church, and a decision on the proposed annexation, if all conditions are met, will be placed on the agenda for Tuesday, May 6th.
So moved?
I'll second it.
Discussion.
Yes, this is, for those that have seen the other ones, this is an annexation process. John Clark happens to be the one who's been here before on these, but this is a process where we start the public piece of it so that those who have an issue with the annexation may be heard. So we're setting the date for that for Tuesday, May 6th. On this issue, we are not actually voting on this issue tonight. We are merely voting on the schedule of the process.
It's also election day.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Anything further? Commissioner Dow?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Under Job and Families, number 12, authorized payment in the amount of $1,057,765 for the county general fund as the mandated share to the County Department of Job and Family Services in compliance with the Ohio Revised Code 5101.16 and OAC 5101.9631. Monthly payment is $88,147.08 from July 2025 through May of 2026, and $88,147.12 for June of 2026.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
See, Amy Price, is this something you want to discuss, or are you just here to answer questions?
I'm here for the 40.
Oh, number, oh, okay.
I'm here.
I'm the fiscal officer.
Yeah.
There you go.
This is.
Could you take the podium, please?
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
Please state your name as well.
My name is Matthew Kurtz. I'm the Chief Financial Officer for the Job and Family Services Agency, and Assistant Director. I'm here representing Chris Cabot, the Director. The mandated share, as stated in the resolution in the agenda item, is mandated under the ORC and the OAC in sections 5101. This is your contribution to our administration. We have about a $26 million operation, as you know, $19 million in the public assistance side and $7 million in the child support side. This is what's mandated by the state of Ohio that the county put into our operation. It's all of the county participation in the administrative expense, and it's representative of the amount of public assistance that's given locally. There's in those sections, it outlines the specific formulas for how that number's come up with. It runs around $1 million. Looking back over the last 5 years, it's been as low as $1.3 million, with $1,344, and as high as $1,057,515. In 2025, it was a little higher. So this year, it's a little higher. So it's not a huge increase over last year, but it is what's required by ORC. So
this just covers, this is pretty much all the money that comes out of general fund
Yes.
for your department.
yes,
And you operate more than just the 26 million, though. I think hundreds of millions of dollars
right.
is processed through here, but this is your
yes.
administrative.
Our administrative costs
Yeah.
are for staffing and for some of the contracts that we do directly with nonprofits in the community. The other benefits that are at the direction of the eligibility done by our employees amounts to, yes, hundreds of millions of dollars when you figure in Medicaid as
Right.
well. Between cash assistance, food assistance, we do about $5 million a month in food assistance, and probably about $100,000 a month in public assistance and cash assistance. And then we have about $5 million worth of contracts and TANF contracts in nonprofits. Those are inside of this 26 million, but the others are outside of it. And like I said, the Medicaid portion is the largest portion of money that comes back to the county from the federal government.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sure.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Anything further? Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Number 13, approve and enter an 4T purchase of service contracts between Lorain County Child Support Enforcement Agency and the following county agencies for Lorain County Prosecutor, Lorain County Domestic Relations, and Lorain County Domestic Relations Court Juvenile Division. This is effective retroactive January 1st of 25 through December 31st of 25. CSA will be paying the following agencies 2/3 of the total, and the board will pay 1/3 from the contractual purchase services account. Prosecutor's Office for CSEA is $949,786.13. Local match of $489,283.77 for a total of $1,439,069.90. Domestic Relations Magistrate for CSEA is $426,709.18. Local match of $219,819.88 for a total of $646,509.06. Domestic Relations Juvenile, CSEA, is $289,835.50. The local match is $149,309.20 for a total of $439,144.70.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion?
I don't know if Amy, did you want to add anything or?
only here to field questions.
Okay.
I don't have anything further to add.
Okay.
No. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Under the engineer, 14, approve and enter a contract with Quality Control Services LLC in the amount of $49,859 to provide construction administration and inspection services for the LORCR 51 9.65, which is Baumhart Road project in Brownhelm Township. ODOT will fund 80%, and the remaining will be funded by OPWC.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
So, Mr. Kleiber, is this a good example of why we want to support issue 2?
This is an excellent example.
That's it?
That's all you got?
That's why he works here. He's not an elected official.
He's an engineer.
Yeah, he's an engineer.
Okay.
That's a lot for an engineer, isn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly.
Actually, with these projects, as you know, OPWC is a competitive grant that's distributed amongst 3 counties. When we get federal money, the amount we're asking for from OPWC is relatively low, so it scores very high. You'll see us do this a lot of times because inherently the application scores well because you're not asking for a lot of money as your local match.
Thank you. But again, a local project, and OPWC and ODOT are picking up the, bill by providing us that local share, and there's no general fund or engineer dollars in the project.
It's always engineers fund. We have never come to the commissioners for money on engineer projects.
Yeah.
Right, but
And the benefit is Brownhelm Township, who wouldn't have this money, right?
Very good. Teresa?
Commissioner Moore,
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher,
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Under the prosecutor, 15, Board of Commissioners retaining the law firm official Downey, Albrecht, and Breidenhoff LLC to serve as legal counsel for the Mental Health, Addiction, and Recovery Services Board of Lorain County pursuant to the Ohio Revised Code 305.14.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion.
Do you want to address that, Lee?
Sure. The Mars Board came to the prosecutor's office and told us that they would be interested in having this firm represent them in very specific matters having to do with mental health issues. I'm not sure, to be honest with you, they didn't go into a whole lot of detail. I don't think that there's a specific case that they're interested in, but this is the process that's required for any board or any county officer to be able to get additional outside counsel. It is to go through the Board of Commissioners and the prosecutor's office, and then afterwards we would apply to the common police court for an order allowing the expenses to be paid. I don't have any reason to believe that the Mars Board is doing anything inappropriate. I'm sure that they're just trying to make sure they get the legal counsel that they need for whatever their purposes are, and it will come presumably out of their budget.
Very good. Thank you. Teresa?
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
16, Board of Commissioners are retaining expert litigation services for litigation styled Hunter Roadkill LLC versus Lorain County Board of Commissioners, Lorain County Common Pleas Court Case 25 CV 212266.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion.
This is, my understanding, this is not it's not a request for legal services.
No, it's actually not a request for
It's
litigation
a request for
services.
technical expert information.
Regards to.
I'm going to be really honest, because this is actual pending litigation. This is an open court case. It's not something that I necessarily want to have a lot of detail on in front of the general public.
Okay.
We have whatever litigation strategy we're going to have. We're just asking the court to approve the possibility of needing an expert to testify in the matter.
Very good.
Just an odd name for a company.
Yes, it is Hunter Roadkill. Yes.
That's our
LLC.
plaintiff in the ditch case.
Yeah.
That's correct.
This is a ditch case, another
Well,
one of the famous
To me,
20-year ditch cases.
yeah, it sounds
We'd like
you,
to ditch them all, but
yeah. Sounds like to me you get a deer tag and you see a deer on the side of the road. Dude. You got Hunter Roadkill. That's. I did. I actually thought, what the heck?
Is that the lawyer's name is the other question.
Oh, yeah.
it's a food joint.
Oh, it's a. Oh,
Oh, God.
Just kidding.
yeah. Well, the main
Anything for
the main thing we didn't want to draw any attention to this resolution, so
It's all we've done at this point.
I know.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
County Administrators.
Just a little public service announcement, I guess, with regards to Via LC, our microtransit pilot program. In order to ensure we can be available when you need us, we've brought in some additional vehicles that might look different from what you're used to. Rest assured, these vehicles are Via LC. You can expect the same great service no matter the paint job. Thanks for riding. So what's going on is we've had some vehicles that had to go in for service and maintenance. So in order to be able to keep the right number of vehicles on the road, they've provided us with vehicles that are gray with the Via LC logo on them, black that's got the Via LC logo on it. They're not as colorful as the ones we're used to seeing, but they do provide the same great service. Mr. Armbruster.
So the rubber meets the road. The communication towers are actually at French Creek is going to start the April 14th. The footers will be put in that week. The following week, the Northern Ohio Water tower the footers will be put up there. In the meeting this morning that we had with Motorola and MCM, they're going to restart the construction of the fairgrounds. And it looks like everything's following in place through the process with the idea, I think they said August, testing in August, all the towers would be up and the houses below them with all the communication equipment in it will be able to be starting testing in August. We're still on track. It's a push. But we're on track for that testing coming in October when we're going to be that 95% in building coverage, and we start looking at in that September-October process to make sure the system's working like it is. Remember, we have to test it when there's leaves on the trees. It can't be tested without the leaves on the trees for the radio system that we're building today. Should be state-of-the-art and looking forward to be completed. That completes our report today. Oh, I'm sorry. We do have a.
We got it. We've got one.
Thank you. Just a quick update on Lead Safe Ohio. Last meeting, I gave you a number. Have an updated number. We're at 399 pre-applications, and we're still waiting from here from Public Health. 300 or so came in from the city of Elyria, so I did do some research. We are the county administrator for these funds for all 34 political subdivisions, including the entitlement communities. So Elyria and Lorain residents are eligible for this Lead Safe Ohio funding. So that's why their number of 300 is included in our 399. And we do expect it to go up once we get the Public Health Department's information. But I just want to give you an update. I know we talked about it last couple meetings.
Thank you.
The bad news is we don't have enough money to take care of 399 homes.
They have to qualify, they have to go through a qualification
Correct.
process anyway,
Right.
so.
And the ones, if they're from Elyria, Elyria is a direct recipient, correct?
Not for this program. The money we get is for all 34, including the 2 entitlement communities. So that the 1.89 million is for all residents of the county.
Wow.
So I did ask Ohio Department of Development for more money, and because it's ARPA money that's already been distributed and allocated, there is no more money right now available, but I want to demonstrate that we have such a need that if any more money is available, if communities forfeit their money for the inability to fulfill the service, we'll be first in line to get it.
I noticed on TV that the governor's office is still advertising that this program is available.
It is available. We have to have the money spent by February 28th of 2026. So the money is still there.
You got turned down though for additional money, right?
We did request, and they said they currently don't have any additional money, but I am asking I'm going to continue to ask.
Thank you.
That completes our report.
Clerk's report?
I don't know why I put this on here, but today you already had your meeting for 911, so
Yeah, I don't know why that was.
I don't know either.
It was a good meeting.
It was supposed to be last week, and I kept it on,
And
so.
as the commissioners are the board of they are the 911 board now, the old advisory board is gone. We've scheduled another meeting, Mr. Administrator, for August to get an update on 911 issues as well as the connectivity to the towers and so forth. It's all part of our public safety obligation. So just to keep you in the loop. What time? 2 o'clock. I'll be there. Prior to this meeting. So that way everybody that needs to be at that meeting can be at this meeting.
Okay, board correspondence?
Move to waive the reading of the board correspondence.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
New business? No?
Yeah,
Any new
we'll talk about this on Friday.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
Okay, so there's no new business today? Either one? Okay.
Public comment?
Public comment. Brian Baker.
Good afternoon, Commissioners.
More afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Brian Baker, 49822 Greystone Drive. I was here 2 weeks ago to talk a little bit about the budget, and I heard crickets from the front, so I took it on myself to go get the budget. Marty, thank you very much after the meeting, come up offering to get it, but I did get it. I got a copy of the budget, and I have a copy of 24 amendments to it, which I don't understand what they are, so I will be working through that. But I did some research here. Commissioner Moore, you came into office, I think it was in 21, you probably started January 21. The budget was $61 million that year. Currently this year we're at 86. That's a difference of about 16.1 million. So we talk about fiscal responsibility, you guys talked about it today. Seems like we're spending an awful lot of money. And why I reference that is, in 2021, we have 55 employees that were making $100,000. Today, currently, we have 154. That's 99 people, and I'm all about raises. I come out of the labor movement. I'm all about raises. But let's talk about fiscal responsibility. There's 3 of them sitting at this table up here. One's 163, one's 129, and one's 115. It's an awful lot of money we're spending here on those jobs. Let's talk about the residents. So, but I will be back to you. I'm gonna go to the Budget Commission meeting. I have a meeting with the auditor and the treasurer so that I understand this better, since I can't get any answers from this commission up here. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Make a motion to go into executive session in order to discuss personnel matters and legal issues and pending litigation issues and past litigation issues. I think that's all we need to talk about today, unless you guys can think of.
Nope.
Okay.
I will second that.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Dell?
Aye.
Hopefully, what, 30 minutes?
For those that are waiting, I would budget
We
about,
scanned all these.
I would budget about 45 minutes.
Oh,
You want to take
45?
all this with you?
Sure.
Well, that's what I gave you. Okay.
Everybody gets
Did you ever call her?
everything.
Not yet, I haven't, there's so much going on.
I'll give you personnel.
Well, that's probably too
Here,
late.
Karen, you want,
You think?
Yep.
you want that?
We'll talk about it exact.
Okay.
Commissioners reconvene from executive session.
I'd like to make a motion to approve item, or the personnel summary sheet.
Okay, it's up. Here's a motion.
I have a motion.
Second?
Discussion.
Yes, I'd like to make or give a little statement. Blaze Bickley was my administrative assistant. She did a wonderful job. She was great, eligible for rehire in my world, I would be saying that. She had some family issues that really took her away, and unfortunately, she had to resign. And I wish Blaze the best of luck, and she did a great job for me.
Anything further? Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
No, you gotta say.
Yeah, I would like.
No, no.
Oh,
Are you
Oh,
voting
yes, I'm
or-
sorry,
That's
yes.
okay.
Except the personnel summary.
Yeah, okay. Hey, Marty, would you like to
Motion
talk about
carried.
something else?
yes, I got something else on my mind. So, I'd like a motion for reconsideration on number 5, requisitions. And what I would
Well,
like.
Did you make is that a motion? You just made, so I'll second it.
Okay.
Discussion.
I would like to.
No,
No discussion on me.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Yes.
Commissioner Moore?
aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to approve the requisitions.
Second?
Discussion.
Discussion. I would like to. Like to say that I made a mistake with exception to 825. I voted no on the whole requisition, versus I wanted to exclude from on page 2 the number 825 for the automobile.
Page 1, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
That's
page
page
1.
Page
Yeah.
one.
Item number 825.
You wanted to vote for yes, except for
Except-
825.
Yeah.
Yes, except
So
for
I'd recommend
825.
when we vote right now, just say yes and then except for. I'm voting
Right.
no on
Okay.
825, so.
Any further discussion?
Nope.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Yes, for 1 and 2, with the exception of number 825.
Page 1 and 2.
Or page 1 and 2, number 825.
Very good. There being no further business, the meeting is adjourned.
Thank you, and have
Thank
a
you.
pleasant tomorrow.
Sorry about that.
Thank you.
No, that's
You're welcome.